Just learned that a family member is in custody, not for the fire itself, but because of child abandonment in connection with that. And you're going to learn about that in the story. I also want to tell you that this child we just found out moments ago, was not 7 years old, but 6 years old. I'm going to step out of the way real quick so you can see there is a growing memorial for this poor child. And this story is just absolutely heartbreaking. Take a listen.
The house was inflamed like within seconds.
Monday afternoon, ATF agents on the scene on Detroit's west side, investigating a fatal house fire that occurred on Sunday on Lindsay Street near Puritan.
When I found out the boy was in there, it was devastating because I seen him every morning catching his bus and getting off of the bus.
Neighbors say he was a special needs child who lived here with his mom and his dog for about 5 months. They say he was home alone when the house caught on fire, all telling Fox 2 they saw mom speeding down the street after firefighters had already arrived.
I'm pretty sure every neighbor over here would have ran out and helped had they known that that baby was in that house. But we had no clue until the mother pulled up on the scene and she was, crying and having a really hard time and about what she had found. So it was just horrible.
As far as the cause of the blaze, the Detroit Fire Department says it remains under investigation. ATF not commenting, except to say they are assisting with the investigation. Detroit police also assisting. Crime scene services on site taking pictures. Every neighbor we talked to said they are having a hard time processing what happened.
I got a 7-year-old daughter, so it was devastating. Like, she was literally crying, even though they didn't really interact a lot or didn't see each other at all, other than him, playing with his dog. It was just devastating being a mother and knowing that a child was in that home alone. Yeah, and we were actually out here yesterday when it happened. We were pretty far back, but the family was just absolutely hysterical, as you can imagine. We did try to reach out to one family member and have not heard back, but mom was here, grandma here was here, dad was here, and it was a horrible, horrible situation. Of course, a lot more to come on this story. Why was this little boy in this house by himself? Really, that's the question that everybody wants to know the answer to. Reporting live on Detroit's west side, Camille and Mary, Fox 2 News.
And just to clarify, Camille, you did say that a relative, a family member, was taken into custody tonight. Do we have any more details on that? And do we know if perhaps CPS had been involved with this mother, this family in the past?
Right, and we've been working to get that information, but we did just find out they're not saying it's the mom, they're saying it's a relative. I think we can connect the dots because when we talk about child abandonment and the fact that she wasn't here when this happened, but they're not definitively saying that it was her. One of the neighbors, too, I want to tell you, actually more than one, say that they saw her coming down the street, just speeding down and jumping out of her car, hysterical. The firefighters were here trying to get the fire out, and she was actually at the side door trying to get into the house. But it was too late. I mean, this fire was quick. Hopefully this little boy didn't suffer. Again, 6 years old, not 7 years old, but just an absolutely horrific story that we will, of course, continue to follow. Taryn, I'll send it back to you.
Our hearts are breaking. So very sad. Camille, thank you.